to my channel and welcome to this week's vlog. I am Ashley if you are new. And if you are new, please go ahead and stop what you're doing. Do me a quick favor, of course. Hit that subscribe button as well as that notifications bell so that you and I can become acquainted and so we can do things like this on the regular, because that's what I would like to do. I would like to see you on the regular. I would like to talk to you on the regular. So hopefully you share that same regard for me. But anyway, happy November. When you guys see this, it's going to be November, and I'm not even going to get into my typical spiel where I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it's November and this year is going by so fast. And well, I guess by me even saying that, it's me getting into that typical spiel. But anyway, happy November. Happy No Shave November for the guys who won't be shaving their beards. That's just something I remember from working in corporate America years ago. Well, still currently, but years ago, I remember that was like a thing. Like the guys didn't shave their beards in November. Is that still a thing? I would love to know. But anyway, happy November to you guys. Mariah Carey has officially defrosted. So all I want for Christmas is you, girl, and our boy. But anyway, how y'all doing? How's it going? Are you guys ready for the holiday season? Because it is, you know, once Halloween is over, it is time to just go ahead and just say it's Christmas at this point. Like, it's the holiday season, which is honestly my favorite part of the year, my favorite time of the year. I love the holidays. I love the holiday spirit. I love all things festive. And the fact that we have, you know, 3 holidays back to back, and then you have a 4th holiday, which is my birthday, January 16th, shortly thereafter. You know, I just love Q4 and I love Q1. But anyway, hopefully y'all are doing well. Hopefully y'all are getting y'all's decorations out if you are going to be celebrating this year. A lot of people, especially over on TikTok, because you know that's where I dwell for the most time of my day. But TikTok, a lot of people are saying that they're going to do like a blackout. A lot of people are not going to be shopping, or not necessarily not celebrating Christmas this year, but more so not contributing to like our typical consumerism as it relates to the retail shopping and just buying gifts and all of that. Like a lot of people are trying to make a stance or show that to corporate America that, or to these big corporations, that we don't have to spend money until they do right by, you know, the people. So a lot of people are participating in that. I will say that I am not going to be like exchanging gifts this year, which I don't typically do like a lot of gift exchange. Like if you're somebody who I do birthday gifts typically, like I'm always somebody who's going to definitely give you a birthday gift. But as far as like, I ain't got no kids, so it's not like I got a Christmas tree in here and I got to fill up the tree for my kids and all of that. Like it's not that sort of thing over here. So the fact that people are saying, okay, we need to show our strength in numbers as it relates to just kind of stepping back on over consumerism, I'm all for that. I'm all for that. So I definitely will not be you know, doing any excessive shopping over the holiday season, which again for me is not like atypical. So that's not a, you know, really necessarily a big deal for me. But speaking of which, speaking of shopping, did you guys shop the Sephora sale? It did start for Rouge members yesterday. I am a Rouge as of 2025. I was Rouge like probably I haven't since 2025. In 2025, I became a Rouge member again, but before that, like I think I lost my Rouge status maybe in 2021. So like for the past 4 years before this year, I was not Rouge. So shout out to my girl Lakeisha, because she would always send me over a code, or Keiko Beauty, who we desperately miss so much here over on this app, but or on this platform, because she's still very active on IG. But either she would send me a code or my friend Keish would send me a code because they were Rouge. So now I'm Rouge this year, but I don't think that I'm going to be Rouge in 2026. So I say all of that to say I did pick up a few items yesterday, which was the first day of the sale, and they already shipped out, girl, which is kudos to them, because a lot of times when you shop like the sale initially, like you're going to wait like a week or 2 for them to ship out, or at least like a couple of days before they actually ship your items. But I got shipping notification this morning. So hoping to have at least my first order in before the end of next week. And I'm probably going to, you know how it is, like with the Sephora sale, you'll say, oh, I'm not going to do too much shopping, which I'm not doing a lot of shopping. Anytime that you don't have fragrance or like a lot of skincare, expensive skincare in your basket, your damage is going to be minimal. I placed my initial order like the night or the first day of the sale, and I'm pretty sure because my friend sent me over a list of, she sent me some screenshots of what she picked up, and I was like, oh, I actually need that. Oh, I actually need that too, based off of what she bought, because your girl is easily influenced. So I'm probably gonna place another order, hopefully just 2 and not like 3, because it's not, you know, I don't need to re-up on any fragrance right now, which is a good thing. And so maybe some more skincare, maybe something from the Sephora collection, because if anything, I would say that that is the best deal that you can possibly get. Even if you're not Rouge, you get 30% off of the Sephora collection. I am like an addict to, I mean, not an addict, I am an absolute advocate for the Sephora's Micro Smooth powder. So if you don't get nothing else, at least get that powder if you need to get something, because I absolutely love that for like an all over powder. But if you don't buy anything, I totally understand, because it's like, if you don't need to re-up on some staples, what's the point? Or unless you want to like kind of indulge in some of the holiday sets and stuff like that, it's like, I'm cool, I don't have to shop every single sale. So I think I actually did a video on that last year where I was kind of like de-influencing the sale, because I have been saying for years, I think that 20% is not good. That's not a really good discount. Like you can sign up for each individual's brand's like newsletter and get 20-25% off. So that's not really a big deal, especially when you have to be the top tier of membership, an actual Rouge, spending $1,000 or more a year to get that 20%. That does nothing for me. I feel like the Sephora collection, because you get 30% off that entire line, no matter what your status is, that is a better discount. So I definitely am an advocate for not only the Micro Smooth powder, but also their beauty tools, like their brushes and stuff like that are amazing. So if you need some brushes, I would recommend it. If you need some all over powder, I would recommend it. But again, if you don't have anything that you're out of and that you need to like replenish like a staple, I would just not even trip. I also wanted to ask you guys, did y'all watch the Cash Money No Limit Verzuz last weekend? I hope y'all watched it. If you did not watch it, please pull it up on YouTube, because y'all, I know a lot of people said it wasn't good, and there could have been, if I wanted to critique it, well, which we'll discuss right now is my critiques. Essentially, I really enjoyed it. I watched it on the treadmill like 2 days ago, and when I tell you I was so turned up, like I was like, I need to really make me a playlist. Like I need to make me, I'm sure they probably already have that playlist from that from the Verzuz on Apple Music. But I really enjoyed it. And what's crazy is when they initially announced that they were going to be having a Verzuz with Cash Money and No Limit, instantly I was like, oh, that's not even fair. Like there's no competition. Cash Money is way more popular. You have Lil Wayne. Also Cash Money, those songs are newer than the No Limit songs. Like if you're not like a millennial, if your parents wasn't millennials, you probably aren't even familiar with No Limit, because they came out like in the before Cash Money essentially. And I know a lot of these younger people, like a lot of these Gen Zs and a lot of people that are like Zillennials younger than me, Lil Wayne is their favorite artist. So you never really hear somebody say, oh, Master P or Silk the Shocker is my favorite artist. So anyway, I say all of that to say, I thought that because in my scope that Cash Money was newer and the whole Lil Wayne of it all, and I thought automatically that was going to be like no competition, they were going to win. There wasn't even going to be like no question as to who was going to win. I thought automatically they were going to body the No Limit Soldiers. That is exactly what did not happen. That is the opposite of what exactly happened. It was so crazy. I love to see it. I love to see people just prove. It's almost the same thing as, not the same thing, but it's very similar to the Diplomats, to Dipset versus the Lox back in the day. Like, because you think of them being more popular, Dipset, Cameron, Jim Jones, Jewels, Pink, like you probably automatically think, okay, well, what exactly can the Lox do? You know what I'm saying? The Lox were more like, really hardcore hip hop stuff. And a lot of people like, they're not mainstream whatsoever. But that is exactly what did not happen there either. Like, oh, excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. But that's exactly what didn't happen. Like the Locks, specifically Jadakiss, they bodied Dipset. Like they made them boys need to leave New York. You know what I'm saying? Like it was crazy. So don't ever assume you don't know what's gonna happen with the Verzuz, because yeah, for me, I thought automatically going into it, okay, No Limit, they are the underdogs. Like I just thought that was an absolute given. They're the underdogs, but no ma'am. That's not what happened. Like they killed them boys. First of all, they had their entire, anybody who wasn't locked up, like your C Murder, your Mystical, if you were not locked up, you were on that stage. Like they had it was truly a sense of unity. Like they were so unified. Everybody had on camo, like their No Limits, their soldier, persona. But they had everybody on stage. Like even the ancillary people, like the other executives, like they were a unified front. So that made a huge difference. And also they were just so turned up to the max because they had more people. And it's almost like too, because you probably don't listen to a lot of No Limit music like in your day to day, but when that playlist was hitting, when they started playing them songs, it was like, oh, that's my shit. Like this, like not like your Make Them Say like you're about it, like the mainstream stuff. I'm talking about like the Bourbons and the Cadillacs, like that. Like they played that, like the How You Do That there. They literally had everybody was on stage. They were so unified. You can just tell that it was a real family atmosphere. And even if they don't like see it for each other on a day-to-day, you can tell that they have a lot of respect for each other. And they also have a lot of respect for No Limit as a label and as a movement. So they were all like together and they did an amazing job. And I love how Mia X had her moment, because I have always been a huge fan of Mia X. People used to tell me back in the day in middle school that I looked like her. So I used to love me some Mia X back in the day. My cousin, shout out to Binky, he bought me the Mia X album. I had her CD because my cousin bought me her CD back in the day. So I have always loved Mama, honey. She's always been that girl to me. Happy to see that she was so well received. Like she got so many kudos and everybody was talking about how she just did so good, and she was pretty much the breakout, like the standout star of the Verzuz. So I was just so happy to see Mama have her moment, because she's so beautiful, so talented. Her breath control, like she was on point. She killed the Verzuz. Like she literally was the star of the Verzuz. So love to see that. There was a lot of weird stuff going on the stage, primarily when Cash Money was out there, because you had like Tamar being super weird. With Baby was already like on. Well, first of all, with Cash Money, Lil Wayne wasn't there. So it's like, okay, how is Lil Wayne not here? How are y'all gonna have a Verzuz and your biggest star is not here? It's not because he's locked up. It's not one of those situations like Mystical can't be there because he's in jail. Like no, Lil Wayne is a free man. But I heard BG say on the radio, he did a Breakfast Club interview the other day, and he said that he spoke to Wayne the night before, and Wayne said that he was sick and he wasn't feeling well. So understandably so, if you're sick, then you can't make it. But in addition to Wayne not being there and his presence, him not being there, that was a big deal, because again, for the most part, the only people that Cash Money had was like BG was there, Juvenile was there, who did an amazing job. Oh my God, Juvie was top tier, A1. If it wasn't for Juvie, and I would say Manny Fresh, they probably would have lost even at a greater clip than they did. But Juvie killed it. Juvie is in top tier performance shape, so shout out to him. And he got a catalog on his ass. Like I thoroughly enjoyed Juvie. BG did a great job as well, but again, the fact that Wayne wasn't there, it was like, what the hell? So everybody was like looking for him, waiting for him to come out. Never happened. So that happened, and then Birdman's energy was just giving typical weird Birdman energy. Like he's just so strange. In addition to Wayne not being there, Turk wasn't there either, which is another member of the Hot Boys. There's this big feud going on between him and BG and Baby and all of this, so he wasn't invited. And so he wasn't there, Wayne wasn't there, so you only had like Manny Fresh, you had BG, you had Juvie, and then you had Baby, and that was it. That was it from Cash Money. So it was a glaring, their attendance or the lack thereof was glaring in comparison to No Limit, because they had everybody and their mama up there, child, literally. So there was that, and then Baby did like a speech at the end where he was saying F Turk, and we're gonna F with him when we want to, and it was just super weird. It was just giving standard Baby weird energy. And then the whole Tamar Braxton of it all, another weird occurrence. So if you guys did not know, Toni Braxton and Birdman Brian Williams are married. Yes. Like, that almost sounds like an oxymoron. Like, what? They're married? Yeah, it's like total opposites or whatever. But Toni is married to Birdman. So because of that, of course, Tamar is his sister-in-law. I'm assuming that's the reason why she was there. So she was there, she was on stage, she was wiping sweat off his head, which to me was given very much extra. She was just up there and it was just given like, she stuck out like a sore thumb. She truly did. And like I said, she was kind of, to me, being weird, wiping. So a lot of people had something to say about her wiping sweat off of Birdman's head, because they were like, why are you wiping this? That's kind of an intimate act to do, especially to your brother-in-law. So I don't know how I don't want to necessarily say it's intimate, but it definitely looked weird. Like, that man could have definitely wiped his own sweat off, but she was just up there being super extra. Like, girl, sit down somewhere. Like, you don't need to, you're not a rapper. You're not in Cash Money. Be there to support your brother-in-law if you must, but I don't even really necessarily see why that was a necessity. But so anyway, there was that. And then also one random person that was on stage with No Limit was Kelly Price. Kelly Price, what are you doing here? It's like that meme where it's like, Ariana, what are you doing here? Like, Kelly Price, what were you doing there? My assumption is that her and Mia X are really good friends, and that's the reason why she was there. But it still was like, again, she still stuck out like a sore thumb nonetheless. Overall, I thoroughly enjoyed that Verzuz. There hasn't been a Verzuz in quite some time, but that one was really good. A Snoop Dogg popped up because he used to be a member of No Limit, so he was there. He performed with them, so that was also good. This is what I'm saying. No Limit just had the people, and they had the numbers, they had the energy, and they just won overall. But if you watched it, I would love to know your thoughts on the Verzuz and who you thought won. And with that being said, girl, at this point, this intro is probably long enough. So before we get into the actual vlog, again, if you somehow, some way stumbled upon this here channel and this is your first time, first of all, thank you for stumbling upon this channel. And if you would hit that subscribe button and join the family, I would love to have you. And other than that, if you are a returning subscriber, hey girl, hey, or hey boy, hey, you know how much I appreciate and love you guys. And with all that being said, girl, let's finally go ahead and get into the actual vlog. So you guys, I have been obsessed over this one particular Balenciaga tote. I cannot remember the name of the tote, but hopefully I'll find a picture and I'll insert it here. But basically, of course, it's like, to me, it gives like Birkin. This is not the tote, by the way. The bag that I have been obsessing over for like the past year, to me, gives like slouchy utilitarian like Birkin. Like again, y'all see the picture, so y'all know what I'm talking about. Love this bag. The bag always pops up on my timeline, on my FYP, Instagram ads, in my dreams. It follows me everywhere I go. But of course, I'm like, girl, you know me, you know, if it's not pre-owned, it better be something super compelling, which obviously this particular bag is compelling because it continues to haunt me. But anyway, I was, especially for Balenciaga, like, I'm not paying full price for Balenciaga. It's never going to be that deep. Something told me I was going to be able to find a good dupe, or find at least a dupe. And I did exactly just that. And I got this off of Amazon. So this, of course, is not the same color. The bag that I wanted was in black. But since I have so many black bags, I said, let me try to, when I saw that they had this in like a neutral color, I was like, oh. And then they also had it with silver hardware, which typically I like a lot of gold hardware, but this I thought was super cute with the silver hardware as well. But it is not real leather. However, it definitely is a really good like vegan leather. This bag I just think is so freaking cute, and it will definitely serve as it'll work for me. It'll be a good kind of, it's just like a black hoe. I need to get like an organizer or put an organizer in here or something like that. But I just think this is super cute. You don't have to have it to, it doesn't have to be like as relaxed as this is. Like you can totally, and then it even has like this little, what is this? It, of course, typically, I don't know. Like it's not a, what is this? Oh, keychains. Like 2 keychains. That's cute. But anyway, I absolutely love her. I think she's so cute. I think she's gonna be so cute and functional for fall. And just something, you know, out of the norm that is not like my Goyard totes or my Chanel crossbody, which I know I'd be killing her. She was probably the best bag investment I've ever had. But I just think this is so freaking cute. And she will definitely kind of fill that void or that I had to get that Balenciaga bag because this was not $2,000 something. And I think she is just as cute. So what do you guys think? Do you like her? I would love to know. And if I could find the link, I'll link it down below for y'all too. But I think she's super cute and I think she is perfect for fall. Hey y'all, hey. So coming in with a trending topic that we need to discuss that has been debated and trending on TikTok pretty much all week long. So of course I had to bring it to y'all and I wanted to get your guys' opinion. So the girl Ari Fletcher, who is also known as the Real Kyle's sister, she's like a really popular influencer. If you don't know who she is, then you're not missing anything. It's probably best. But she basically is like a rapper baby mama. She's also like a rapper girlfriend. She dates Moneybagg Yo, and she got a baby by G Herbo or whatever. But anyway, she's a very popular girl, like for those Gen X girlies, I suppose. And very popular influencer, all of those things. So anyway, she posed a question on this week, and I think that it was initially a genuine question to ask, but I think that it turned into something totally different. So anyway, basically she asked the question and she was like, hey, just out of curiosity, like I'm really wanting to know. She's like, I didn't know that grown people went to homecoming. And she was like, when is that a trend, or are grown people just now starting to go to homecoming? You know, what is that about? Is this normal? Because she said that she thought that homecoming, like the dance and the game, was really for like kids or people who were still in school. So a lot of people, of course, felt the way about that. As you guys know, it's homecoming season, right? I was even about to go to homecoming. I wasn't going to go to the game, but I was going to go to a soiree that the girls in my class were holding for one of the events that evening. But I have went to homecoming a couple of times in my full adulthood or whatever. But I think that when I was like, maybe she doesn't understand what homecoming, because when she said a dance, I'm like, okay, is she thinking about like homecoming from a high school standpoint? Because it probably isn't as normal for grown people to go to a high school homecoming. I was like, maybe she doesn't understand the difference between a college homecoming and a high school homecoming, if that makes sense. Because especially when she said a dance, because we typically don't have dances. I mean, they have events and maybe one of them is a couple of parties, but as far as like a homecoming dance, we don't typically do that from a college standpoint. So a lot of people were offended and they were like, what is she talking about? She doesn't know that if people go to homecoming, like grown people go to homecoming, it'd be people old as hell in their 90s, 80s, if they can make it out there, they'd be at homecoming, right? That is something that is very typical. But my assumption is that she doesn't understand because she didn't go to college. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that if you went to college and you, especially like a HBCU, not necessarily, it doesn't have to be a HBCU, but in particular, I see a lot more people participating in HBCU homecomings more frequently than I do like other schools. But that's probably because of my the demographic that I'm typically around or whatever. But I'm like, yeah, of course she doesn't understand because the girl didn't go to college. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. But I would love to know your guys' thoughts. Like, do you think that people are too old, or do you think it's weird for grown people to go to homecoming? So you guys already know when the clothing rack is out, that means that we are the weather's changing, and because of that, we have to change the rack out for the weather. So, of course, it's just chilly, y'all. Like, I swear, it went from like 75 degrees maybe 2 weeks ago to being, I think, like right now. Alexa, what's the temperature? It's probably like 50 degrees. It's 48 degrees. And it's 10 o'clock. Oh, it's going to be 64 today? I think I might wear this sweater. But anyway, so I have the rack out. If you are not new here, then you already know. This is what I do every season. I switch everything out. So anyway, like I was saying, like 2 weeks ago, it was like 75 degrees. We even had like an 80-degree day, I think, in October. Girl, now it is cold boots, especially in the morning, especially in the evening. So because of that, it is time to transition the infamous clothing rack, and that is exactly what I have been doing this morning. Most of these items, because you know I wear my stuff, I try not to buy nothing that I don't absolutely love. So with that being said, a lot of the stuff you guys have seen before on other clothing rack swap outs, and that will remain the same for this fall as well. And also, I need to get me some new black velvet hangers because I'm starting to run out, and now I got stuff like this on here, and that's not going to work. But anyway, let's go through what we have on here so far. This is that really cute Fashion Nova dress that I got like maybe earlier this month. Love this down. Fashion Nova, of course, is Fashion Nova. However, what I must say is that when you get a good thick sweater dress from them, it'd be really good quality. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, this is really thick and it fits really good, and I love her. And I've already worn this, and this will be worn again probably 2 or 3 times before the season is over. So she's number one. This is a piece that I feel like, and this wasn't even, this came from Target. I need to get this off of there, whatever that is. This came from Target. This is my cropped shacket. Again, if you are not new here, then you know that this is a common item. This is something that I wear quite a few times every fall, winter. I absolutely love this. Matte black faux leather cropped shacket from Target. I would say it was a really amazing investment, but the thing is it's Wild Fable from Target, so it probably wasn't even $40, which is even better. But I've had this for probably 2-3 years and absolutely love her. So she will always be on the rack for fall winter. Y'all saw this. I actually had this on in last week's vlog. Another Fashion Nova hit, y'all. I promise you, Fashion Nova be having some pieces. Hit or miss. They starting to be like Shein. Like it's one out of 2 items work. But anyway, we now have, she is now going to be in addition to the fall winter rack. So really love this. This is a denim leopard jacket. Very much oversized, very much boxy, but very much cunty. So we love her, and she's on the rack. This is probably going to come off the rack. I picked this up from Fashion Nova like in last week's. This is not, first of all, y'all, let me tell you something about me. I don't wear white. I don't wear cream. It's not my style. It's not my color. But this was $7.98. So, and it fits decent. Probably have to get it tailored a little bit. And this is probably not like a fall winter piece, but she's still on the rack. I just had to show y'all that because I didn't show y'all that in the last one. This dress is a H&M dress that y'all have seen before, and I've worn this, woo child, at least 3 times, at least 3 times this year. I absolutely love this. Now, the thing is, I'm going to keep her on the rack, but she's thin as hell. She's really spring summer because she's super thin, so we're going to have to do her like on one of those other days. This is a pink, Old Navy suit that I got years ago, and I still have not worn this, and it's been on the rack ever since. So I figured if I keep her on the rack, then eventually she'll get worn. Another piece that was a really good Target piece. This is Future Collective from Kalana Barfield's first collection. Love this oversized sweater. Always pull this out for the season. You already know you're going to always have some style dresses, some chacos. So you have the gray, you have the navy and the blue. The navy and the maroon, which I just wore that maybe 3 weeks ago. This one, maybe not so much fall, winter, but she'll stay on the rack anyway. And then this is my newest one, which really is, I got this from ThredUp. So she's on there too. You always going to see me you already know what time it is over here. You know, I love me some style. This is just a Shein dress that needs to come off the rack because I never wore it, and but I'm keeping it because it fits cute. But this is definitely not like a fall winter situation. But I know this don't look like much, but it fits really good. This is another Shein dress that I purchased earlier this year that I haven't worn, so she'll probably be coming off the rack too. Never even wore her, but she's not, you know, she looks, once you put this on, it gives McQueen Christian Sirianni for the Lolo. Oversized H&M blazer, I'm sorry, Forever 21 blazer that I've been having for years that I have never worn either. But you can't go wrong with the oversized black blazer. You know, if you know me, then you know how much I love my cropped Zara denim jacket, so she'll always be on the rack. Not for each season, not just fall, winter. And then lastly, my Saint Laurent Teddy jacket dupe from China, from Amazon probably. So far this is what is on the fall winter rack. I'm sure once I take off them Shein dresses, I'm gonna remove some things, and once I get some new hangers, that is, we'll probably revisit this. But this is how it's looking so far. And this is, I think, in my opinion, like I always say, this is the get fly season, fall winter. So it's time to pull them pieces out and get the looks together, ladies. Hey y'all, hey, so just checking in with y'all real quick. It is Saturday afternoon, so I'm about to go hit these streets, and surprisingly I am getting out much earlier than I did last week, y'all. It's only 12:35, so we're doing good. We're making good time. Last week I didn't get out the crib until after 5 p.m. so pat on my back. Hopefully that will help me avoid some excessive traffic. But of course we're about to hit the streets and do our girl errands. So last week I did not make it to Bath and Body Works, which actually is a good thing because I wanted to pick up some candles. And this week they're cheaper. It's almost giving like candle day price almost. So they're $10.95 today. I also have, of course, you know your girl keep a coupon everywhere she go for the most part, or at least tries to. So they have 25% off coupon, and then I also have a coupon for a free item. So I'm gonna be going to Bath and Body Works and picking up that stuff. I need to go get me some, I might have to stop at Target and or CVS. I'm gonna see who has the best coupon, but I need me some, what is it? My face moisturizer, the Aveeno with the SPF. I also want to stop by Atlantic Station, which is probably where I'll go to Bath and Body Works since they're out there too. But I want to see if they have any of the Glen Martens for H&M collection. I'm pretty sure they probably don't. It's like day 3 of the collection being out, and you know this was a very popular collection if you saw anything about it on the internet. So, but I'm sure they've had some returns and stuff by now. So just going in there since it's out there where Bath and Body Works is in Atlantic Station to see if they have anything left, just to see what the collection is given in person from a quality standpoint. I did kind of want that cropped hoodie, but I'm like, are you really gonna wear that? Because I still have the Thierry Mugler H&M gray hoodie, and I never wore that before, which makes me feel like I probably could have wore that today because I have a gray hoodie. But anyway, so we're doing errands. I also want to go to Taverna because I haven't been to Taverna in probably about a month or two, a month and a half. Last time I went with Lori, so shout out to Lori. But I want to probably stop by Taverna, most likely, hopefully, if we can get a seat at the bar because I am solo. So we'll do Taverna, do a little brunch, we'll do some errands, we'll go to Atlantic Station, we'll do all the things, and we are getting out of here before 1 o'clock, so we're doing very good. The reason why I said I could have wore the Mugler H&M hoodie today because I have on a gray hoodie. So to show you what I have on this gray, what should be super oversized, but not as oversized. I got this from Shein. So this is just a gray cropped hoodie. I have the sleeves rolled up. I have on a black cami. I have on black leggings, of course, and I also have on my black and silver Nike Y2Ks. And then, of course, I have on my favorite bag, but you already knew that. Scent of the day, and as far as like jewelry, just my everyday jewelry, diamond pendant, no earrings. I probably could do an earring today. My typical stack or whatever, and y'all know, again, I am absolutely loving this little Etsy Evil Eye bracelet. Scent of the day, I smell amazing. I have on an Angel Share concoction. So we started off with the Angel Share. This is not Angel Share, girl. Speaking of Bath and Body Works, so this is the Inner Angel. This is the body cream from Bath and Body Works, which is their Angel Share dupe. Smells exactly like Angel Share. So I have that on as my body cream, and then after that, I also have one Angel Share. I really want to call this Angel Share, but it's Inner Angel, which is the accompanying body mist. So this is from Bath and Body Works as well. And then I also put on a little bit of Fleurs Peach Skin. I don't know why. I just wanted to make it a little bit sweeter, even though this is super sweet. This is kind of boozy, but this is a little bit sweeter. So, and then a little bit muskier too. So again, your girl smells absolutely amazing. And then of course, ooh, it's in my mouth. And then of course, you know, the big baby, the big homie, the biggest of the biggest, Angel Share. Of course, she is the last of the fragrance combination. So anyway, girl, let's get out here. Let's hit these streets. I'm gonna bring y'all with me. Let's ride.
And that's where the bag to me is fuck the money. My name means.
Such a beautiful day in my city. I just got my fingers crossed that I can get a seat at the bar at that place. And let's see if people are sitting outside at Yepa today, because it is like 60 something degrees now. Yep, it's always gonna be people outside of Yepa. Like, I don't care. It's kind of like one of the mixiest places to be at in the city. But yeah, fingers crossed on getting me a bar seat. I need some spritz. I deserve some spritz. Beautiful day, not as chilly as it was, of course. Always a scenic route. Got the nice music going. Let's see what the gallery has going on today. Oh, that's pretty. Very nice. There's another one. This used to be a consignment store. Here we are, my favorite place. With the fingers crossed. Oh yeah, like, hey. And outfit of the day. Oh, the kitchen here. Number one. I probably have seen this times, but of course, you know what I always do in this thing. I really thought that I possibly couldn't got a suit, but it's only me and two other people. Number two. Burger looking very much blah, but the fries are hot. It's giving very much blah. Number three. Spritz number three. Basta with the vibes. So this is the fancy smancy CVS where they have like high-end stuff like Clarins and Shiseido. They have Quarterly. They have Dermalogica. Like, they got high-end skin brands. I mean, skincare in here. But that ain't what I came for. Just came for a little vino. So I came out to the car today and I saw somebody left this on my door, like in the window, and I thought this was really good marketing. Like the fact that you, like, typically if I get like a eyelash or house cleaners or whatever type of card, if somebody leaves a party flyer, I'm like, okay, you know, I'm cool. But to put your mobile detailing business for cars on my car, like, I'm keeping this. I'ma hit you, actually. Like, that was amazing marketing. I love that. Can you guess where I am? Oh, only the place I'm at like every weekend. But yeah, so we're out here. I had to get some candles. It's not that many people out here today. I don't know where everybody at. It's a beautiful day. I'm surprised it ain't that many people on the streets. But anyway, headed to get some candles, and also let's see, to see if they have any more of the Glen Martens or H&M collection. And also to get the goal is to get in and out because I need to be home right now. Yeah. Oh, that's cute. I like this chocolate brown hoodie. I think I might need that. Definitely. Oh my, I never seen a man squat so low. Like, he really just squatted low to the floor. That's so crazy. Okay, so they're starting to get the Christmas decorations. It's literally a day after Thanksgiving, after Christmas. And they already are starting to get the Christmas decorations going for Atlantic Station. So you have that. They've already changed the Steel Mill Express, which is the train. The ice rink is coming up over there. This is how you know it's holiday time in Atlanta. When Atlantic Station puts out the Christmas tree and stuff, that is how you know. But yeah, Mariah Carey is somewhere with icicles dripping. Stopping in here, of course, this is what the sale is given today. The goal is to only get 3 candles because Candle Day will be here before you know it. Hey. All Christmas everything. Oh, there we go. Hi.
Hi, how today?
Good, how are you? Excuse me. So they are working on the ice skating rink already. Probably by next weekend, it's gonna be up and running. And that's one of my favorite things to do during the holiday season, is to come out here and watch all the kiddies and all the grown people looking crazy ice skating. But yeah, Atlantic Station is already with the holiday vibes. When they get the reindeers out here, that's when you know it's gonna be lit. Oh, they already got the bus over there with the Santa bus. That's already out. But yeah, we love Atlantic Station during the holidays. See, oh, I love this slip dress already. That's a really pretty color. Decent quality fabric. Something tells me that they're not gonna have anything, because normally they would have the collections in the front. I see nothing. This might be a quick trip. I need that sweater. I think I might already have it. Yeah, I don't think they got any pieces in, and if they did, they are all sold out, which is crazy, because typically something would have been returned or something, but there's nothing. And I just asked an associate, and she said she don't even know what I was talking about. So yeah, maybe it was online only, or in Atlanta anyway. But okay, that just means it's time for me to go home, girl. So this is what I picked up at the Bath & Body Works sale today. First of all, I got a free lotion. Hold on, y'all. I got Vanilla Romance. Once again, I really needed a new Inner Angel, but they didn't have it in the regular body lotion. They only had it in a body cream, and the free item is only for something up to, I think, $16.95. So this is the most expensive item that you can get for free. So I picked this up, and I love Vanilla Romance. Like, if you want a spicy, grown but sexy, sophisticated vanilla, I highly recommend that one. First candle, I only got 3 candles today, so I got Champagne Toast. Let's not break anything, Ashley, because I am good to break some shit. And also, let me know, did y'all shop the candle sale this week? Because it was, like I said, it was really close to candle day price. Strawberry Pound Cake, haven't had that one in a while. And then the last one, they didn't have like any marshmallow fireside or anything like that. So I just picked up one of my staples, which is Lakeside Morning. So I think as far as what I'll be burning this evening, I think I'm gonna just burn Strawberry Pound Cake. Yep. Let me know, did y'all pick anything up from the candle sale this week? Hey guys, so just made it back in and about to end off the vlog. Before I forget, that is, I was able to get everything accomplished today that I set forth. So that was good. That was a really good job. So kudos to Ashley. Gold star for Ashley. One thing I did want to ask y'all about, you know how every year the celebrities and their, even if not even just the celebrities, but it's always fun to see people who come up with really creative Halloween costumes, right? So one in particular that stuck out for me and that has been trending for the past day or so is the girl Kayla Nicole. So, and I did do a TikTok or a short or whatever. Y'all should see it if you look at YouTube shorts. But anyway, so you're probably like, who is Kayla Nicole? Let me tell you who that is. So Kayla Nicole is like an influencer, Instagram model girly who used to be in a relationship with Travis Kelce, who is now Taylor Swift's fiance. The guy who plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. Super Bowl ring, multiple Super Bowl rings, Travis Kelce. So before he got with Taylor Swift, his last girlfriend was a black girl, and her name was Kayla Nicole. So Kayla Nicole, and I think that most of his ex-girlfriends, and I could be completely wrong, I don't think she's the only black girl that he's dated, but in particular, they had a pretty public relationship. So I say all of that to say she has been trending because of her Halloween costume and videos. So she basically dressed up as Toni Braxton, and she recreated the "He Wasn't Man Enough for Me" video. So when I first saw it, I was like, oh, she's killing it. She's fierce. She got a body like crazy. She looked amazing. She gave definitely Toni Braxton, and she was dancing, and it was very much, she understood the assignment. But then I was like, oh, the song choice. Like initially it didn't register because I was just like, oh, she looks sickening, right? So I was just living off of that. But then when I thought about it, I said, oh, you ate the girl up. She ate the girl up. So the song choice, of course, again, "He Wasn't Man Enough for Me" by Toni Braxton is relative because allegedly the girl on Taylor Swift's most recent album, she had been throwing little jabs and little shots to Kayla Nicole, saying that she's not a she's not a baddie, something. Anyway, it was like little subliminal shots being taken at Kayla Nicole because now she's with Kayla's ex, right? So Kayla said, oh no ma'am, he wasn't man enough for me. Not only am I going to use the perfect song, but I'm also going to look sickening while doing it. So shout out to her. She ate the girls up. That's how you clear a bitch. That is how you chew a bitch. Like, I absolutely loved it. If y'all saw it, please let me know. Comment down below. I would love to know. But anyway, let me get in here, get to cooking. Y'all probably already seen the way I'm going to edit this. Y'all probably already saw what I'm cooking this evening, but I'm going to try to go for some chicken parm. We'll see how that works out. So let me get up in here, get to cooking, and get to editing this here video, and also, of course, fake watching college football. But if you made it to the end of the vlog, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, of course. And I will see you guys and dolls in the next vlog.